Hey guys, Steph here. So I am doing a video response for Marilyn G. She is having a challenge for a Prima doll tag. And you have to have spring colors and wings somewhere on it. Now, I have only done like 2 tags in my life. I've never used any of my Prima dolls. I know, shame on me. I have a bunch of Prima doll stamps. I've never used any of them. So this was my first time, and I really wanted to do this challenge to make myself use them. I also used my gelatos for the first time. You know, these things that look like chapstick. So I did a couple things for the first time. So here is my tag. And hopefully the lighting's okay. So this is what it looks like complete. Okay, and let me get into what I used. So obviously I used a Prima tag from the Prima tag pad. And then the doll that I used here is one of the newer ones. This is Tasha. Hold on, I gotta move this because it keeps getting in my way. So I can't show you guys right. Hold on, look at Tasha a minute while I move something. Okay, so I used Tasha. I stamped her out onto paper from the Prima A4 paper pad Fairy Rhymes. Okay, and then I added some Copic coloring to her skin just to give it some darkness and shadowing. And then I Copic colored her hair with black. Well, not black, but you know, grays. And then for her dress, what I did was I stamped it onto the A4 paper pad Sunrise Sunset. And I love this paper because it starts out lighter with a more yellow orange and then goes down to a more red orange. And then I wanted this part here that has the line in it. See there, it has the line. I wanted it darker, so I used some Copics in R8, R5, and R2 and darken that up and give it some shading. And then for this little ruffly trim here to separate that part of the dress, I used this stretchy lace from Stampin' Up! Or stretchy trim in like a coral color. And then I used a little orange flower here that I got from Not Too Shabby Shop, and then this flower here. And all the flowers were white, and they're Wild Orchid Crafts, and I sprayed them using the following. So some were sprayed with some of these colors and others with others, so they're not all using the same one. So I used Mr. Huey's Overdue, and I used Heidi Swapp Color Shine in Peach, Mustard, and Sweet Cherry. And then all of them got sprayed with a light mist of the Lindy Stamp Gang Wild Honeysuckle Coral Starburst spray, because it's got that slight shimmer in there that I really like. So that's on all of the flowers, but you know, some of them just got 2 of the colors and others got 3. So these ones are more, just like her dress, I wanted the top lighter. So these ones got the more light yellow orange, and then these ones got the more red orange down here. And I did use some leaves as well. For her wings here, I used this stamp set here from Stamper's Best. And I got this in a rack, and I want to say it was from Sybil, but I might be wrong. I'm so sorry. So I just used one of the wings, this one here I believe, and I just Copic colored it a little bit and then added some stickles and just put it behind her. So there's one of my wings. And then for the background, first, because as you know, the Prima tags have the script on there, and I wanted it a tiny bit to maybe show through, but I put a thick layer of gesso and sanded it in a few spots to show through. But then I clear embossed Hero Arts Time to Stamp with the clocks. So I clear embossed that, and you can see them back here very lightly. And then I used my gelatos and I put them all over and then rubbed them in with my finger. Then after I rubbed them in with my finger, I took a wide nib water brush and streaked it up and down, cleaning it frequently so it wouldn't get real muddy. See right there, it did get a little bit muddy from the colors mixing, but all in all it was pretty good. After I did that, I let it dry completely, and then I stamped these black flourishes, and those are from Hero Art's Valentine Flourish. Okay, and I just did those on the sides a bit here and there. And then I went around the edges with Distress Paint in Wild Honey and Barn Door. And I just went around the edges, and then I lightly misted the entire thing so that it got saturated, but it wasn't pooling, if that makes sense. Okay, and then I did add this little resin bird here, and that's another pair of wings. And then some sequins, and these I got in a rack from Melissa Cooper, and they were perfect colors, the green, the orange, and the yellow, and just to add a little extra sparkle there. And then lastly, for the top, I just used some yellow and orange seam binding, and I believe I got this in a rack from Marla H. And then this Articake charm, I just put it onto here, and then I didn't want it moving around by her head, so I just used a glue dot to keep it in place there. So that is my very first ever Prima doll tag. Oh, I totally forgot this trim down here. I just adhered it to the back here, and this is the gold trim that I got at Hobby Lobby. It's antique gold, and just so that it was peeking out the bottom. Sorry, I completely forgot about that. So yeah, that's it. I hope you guys like my first ever Prima doll tag, and it definitely made me want to do more. So thank you so much, Marilyn, for having this challenge, and I will be mailing this out to you this week. Thanks everyone for watching. Bye.